Hey guys, today, those of you, anybody that watches my videos, not very many people watch them, but those of you that do, today is, normally my videos, they're all about redemption and salvation through the cross because I'm a recovered alcoholic addict. It's October something, 2020, the year of COVID. I know y'all don't want to hear me talk, but what was I going to say? Oh, I'm coming up on 2,700 days. I think it's like 10, 15 days away, somewhere in there, of being clean, saved, and sober without one relapse. Thank you, Jesus. But today, if I'm not traveling the world, I make videos, how-to videos, or try to. And I've never done this, but today we're going to be trying to change the alternator in a 2005 Ford Focus. So, with that said, I've got my tools right here. Got my jack. I'm going to show you guys also the jack stand. Always use jack stands. Don't trust your jack, because I've seen them give out before, and that's not fun. And on these alternators, you can go to O'Reilly. Sorry about that, son. And get one at O'Reilly, or you can go to your local salvage yard and pick one up. And I'm gonna clean that up because you can kind of see it's a little dirty. But the ones at your local auto parts store are going to be close to 200 bucks. This was 30 bucks, and then a $5 core. So I'll clean that up. And I had it tested. You can take it off at the salvage yard and have it tested. And then down in here is where we're going to be working. Down here, so I'm gonna have to remove this. I'm going to have to remove the power steering fluid and the radiator reservoir. So, and then I'll show you. I shouldn't need very many tools. You only need like a 10 millimeter, a strange 8 millimeter torque wrench, inverted torque socket. But I think I'm going to try and show you guys how to get this off and back on without having to use that. So,
that glare's killing me, sorry. There's an 8 millimeter bolt right there for the power steering reservoir, and one right here that removes this. Make sure also that you unhook your battery right, yeah, negative first. And then also there was a 10 millimeter bolt holding the radiator reservoir in. And as you can see, maybe because of the glare, I didn't realize parking the car right here, the glare was going to be so bad. But the alternator's down there, so we're going to attempt now to take that off and replace it. All right. Okay, let's see if we can get this. We're going to be right up here. Other way. That right there is your tensioner. This is a 15 millimeter wrench, and hopefully you'll see it move. I don't have enough space. I'm using a jack and I can't even think of what they're called now. Anyways, I'm not using ramps. But see, if I push this, well, I'm probably not going to have leverage. But if I push that down, you can see it move a little bit there. Let me see if I can get a little bit better of an angle. I'm probably going to have to edit this video heavily. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, as you can see that move? So I'm gonna have to get the camera out of the place and pull on that and pull that down, that tensioner, and get that belt off, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, you guys, a lot of my videos, I claim I ain't no mechanic. I'm just a person that sometimes needs to fix things. And I get called upon either to fix my own stuff or somebody else's. And today it's somebody else's. But on 2005 Ford Focus and interchangeable models, the alternator is hard to get out and get in. You'll see that. And I did something that I'm probably going to get a bunch of thumbs down. It is what it is, but it got the job done. What I did, if you're trying this, I ain't suggesting this, I ain't whatever. I always suggest this though. Always use your jack stands. But man, I put this bad boy right here on some blocks and wedged my alternator up in there, as you can see right here, and see, it's in there now. And the thing is from, I could be wrong, but these motor mounts right here, there's a little bit of plastic, not plastic, rubber or whatever,
And those are going to give way a little bit so that it can squeeze up in there and then go back. So I don't think I did any damage. And as far as I'm concerned, I just got victory. So now to put it back together and tie it up. So, whew, that was getting at me. So, all right, on to the next video or next segment or whatever. Let's get it buttoned back up. Okay, you guys. So, the whole reason for doing this project, changing out the alternator on this 2005 Ford Focus today, I walloped my head. I cut my head on the underneath side because it's a booger to get that alternator in. It's straight up a booger. But was because when the alternator starts going out on a 2000, the interchangeable models that year, maybe more vehicles as well, but the battery light will come on your cluster panel. And so hopefully, I'm gonna start it. I ain't scared to start it, but if the belt comes flying off or something, I'm gonna have them turn it immediately off. So fire it up. Give it some gas. I think we have success as long as the belt stays off, or the battery light stays off. So, all right, that's how you can do a project. I might post this, I might not. I don't know how. It beat me up, man. So I love you guys. God bless. Stay strong. If you're struggling with anything, you can still do these projects. Find Jesus, man, and our 12-step program or something. So, hey guys, I put this alternator in this car a while back, and it's still running fine. But I forgot to show the most important part. Make a diagram of how the belt goes on. You can see the clutch fan right there, and the tensioner, and the alternators right here, and the power steering PS up there in the right. Make sure and make that, because if you don't, it's going to be a booger. I put the video together and I realized I forgot to show this. So, and also I forgot to show the underneath. I'm not going to lie, dude, or dudettes, men and women, or I don't know how many genders there are nowadays. But I forgot also to show what was beating me up. So I'm gonna crawl underneath the car and show you where I was getting beat up. So, all right, you guys, I'm gonna try and show you what was beating me up. Oh, wrong way. The alternators, I don't have a lot of space under here, but this guy right here and this guy right where my finger is, those two things were beating me up. And you can get it through that little space, the alternator. Once you take it off, you can wiggle it out, but that's what I forced it back up in there with. And I don't want to use force, but that's what gives, because your CV boot and your CV axle is going to give a little bit. This thing right here, this, I don't know if you can see my finger or not so much. So I know that got all kind of cattywampus and stuff as well. But right there, it'll come out with a lot of just patience. And there's the other one right there. That right there. And this guy right here. You just got to get it down in there once you get it off. And wiggle with it, and wiggle with it, and wiggle with it, and it'll come out. But I'm not lying, it beat me up. But I saved money from having to pay somebody to put my alternator in. So, and who doesn't like saving money? So that's the project.